Okay, fine. Now listen here. So last class, what all things we have studied, we have started with the Internet of Things in the introduction. So we have also seen the types of network types. So what are those network types? Type of connection, physical topology, and reach of network. So we were discussing in these things. Yeah, this we have completed in the last class. Just to brief you for 5 minutes, we have seen the point-to-point communication as well as point-to-multi-point communication. So these two things we have seen. So we have seen that in point-to-multi-point process, we are using frequency division multiple access, or you can say that time division multiple access. These are the technologies used in point-to-multi-point. This we have seen in the last class. Along with that, we have also seen that physical topology. What are the four different classifications of physical topology? So, what are the four different star, mesh, and bus, as well as ring topology? So, we have discussed two in the previous class. Now, we will be discussing another two. So, what is the star topology you have seen? In the star topology, you have seen every host has a hub. So, any message which has to pass through from one host to another host, it has to pass through the hub. So that is what we have seen, and it is the hub acts as a traffic exchange, and the topology is cheaper and easier to implement because you are just connecting it with a hub and you make sure that the data transfer takes place. And you have also seen that it is easy, and it also has the efficiency to means the what is the main problem here? The danger is that if the hub fails, the entire system fails. Okay, so we have seen the star topology. I think all of you are clear with that. Then we have also seen the mesh topology. So what is there in the mesh topology? You can see that each node, every host is connected to every other host using a dedicated link. So what will happen when you have a dedicated link? If any link breaks means if you lose the connectivity between one host to another, but doesn't mean that you entirely lose the network. So network remains the same, only that link breaks. So when that link breaks, you need to connect that or repair that link and establish the connection further. So you are not going to completely break down the entire network. You are only going to break the one of the link, or if it is broken, you can just get it rectified. What is the problem with this? Since there are since it is connected to each other, it is very massive, and it will consume lot of cost is involved in it because you have to connect one node to another. Every node has to be physically connected. There should be a specific channel between one node to another. And what is the advantage? Its robustness, as well as you can also say that the security and privacy of the traffic. It reduces the load, reduce the data load of a single host. So these are some of the advantages. So you can say that when you are going for, see, for example, you are looking for a robust and very precise network, you may go for mesh topology. For example, you are very much concerned with the cost and you don't want so much of complexity in the network, you may go for star topology. So based on the requirement of the user, you may go for specific topology. So it is very important for you to select the best topology as per your design requirements. Okay. So let us go for the next one. What is the next one? Bus topology. So what is so special about bus topology? Yeah, that is what you can see that this is the backbone which gets connected. The nodes get connected to that. It acts as a backbone to the node. So you can see that a bus topology follows the point to multi-point connection. You can say that it can say a point to multi-point connection. For example, this is your node to be connected. You can connect it with the help of bus to any of the nodes. So that is one very huge advantage. And then what you can see, the backbone cable or bus serves as a primary traffic and employs a drop line or tag. So some of the advantages are also there for this. What is the advantage? It is easy to install. So you are just laying down the bus and you can connect whatever nodes you want and it will be interconnected with the help of the bus. So the bus topology has a single cabling procedure to find out which node has to be connected to which one, and you have multiple drop lines and tabs can be connected various. So what will happen? For example, here this link breaks, but still there is nothing is going to impact here. So this is also not bad. Based on the requirement of your user, you can select whichever topology you want to go for. It is making installation is very easy, and it is also not that complicated. It is easy as well as it is cheap. Means it is very easy to implement it. There's a cost involved in it. So what are the drawbacks? So drawback of the topology is the difficult in fault localization. So if any fault arises or you come to know that there is a problem, it is very difficult to understand that where really the problem has occurred. Okay. So that is the difficult in fault localization within the network. So these are some of the advantages, some of the disadvantages, and what is all about the bus topology. So this is the third one, bus topology, and the last one is we'll see that. So you can just make a note of those things. So you need to write it. That is for you. For you to understand what is studied, what is read in the book. Please inform me to our something. So we have seen the three topologies as of now. What is the first one? Star topology, mesh topology, and bus topology. So we will see the another one as well. Ring topology. So based on the requirement, you can go for whichever topologies you want. So you can just note down those important points. So have you completed? So all these points are important. So explaining different topologies of the network, all those kind of questions can be asked. So this I will consider as one of the segment as okay, complete course. Not this is not assignment basically higher order design and develop a prototype or something. So you can make a group of 5 to 10 students. You can come with an e-project or something and you got your assignment. A small report. This is not happening. This is also no. This is also. This is task. Okay, fine, it's done. Now, what is the next one? Ring topology. So, what do you know about ring topology? One row is connected to. What is ring? One system is connected to all systems. Ring, how it will look like? So, how it will be? So, let us see that. So you can just go with this figure. You can see that the backbone bus and host A, B, C, D and E connected. Okay, we'll see the ring topology now. So what is ring topology? What do you mean the ring topology? So let us see that in a ring topology works with the principle of point-to-point connection. So you can see that each device is connected in the form of a loop. So one is connected to another, another is passed on like that. So what you can see, each host is configured to have a dedicated point-to-point connection and two intermediate. So what will be this? This will have the neighborhood. So this will have the neighborhood host is this one and that one. For example, host A has the neighborhood host as B and F. So what it is, you can see here. Any information is passed through that, it will be passing in this pattern. Okay, so the entire side through the repeaters and each host can collect the information from one another. So you can see that this is the pattern. So if it is in this form, you call it as ring topology, and this is called as a repeater. What you can see, the repeater of this system forms a ring, and host captures the incoming signal instead of intended for other host, and the bit streams, all these things, one information is passed from one repeater to another. So this goes in that pattern, one after the other. What else you can see? The fault identification can set up. It is quite simple and it is very straightforward to be used. So there is no complexity involved in it. Some disadvantage is there. What is the disadvantage? Yeah, that is what the high probability of a single point failure is more, because if one means there is a high probability that there is a chance of single point failure. So if you can see that if you have a ring and you break at one point, you break it. So that here also the same thing. The disadvantage is high probability of a single point failure is there, and one repeater fails, the whole network goes down. So you cannot have the continuity once the link fails. So one point fails, the entire network goes down. So these are the four topologies what we have studied. So the four topologies what we have. No, apart from that, we have three topologies. Those will not. First one is second one. See, you can just draw this diagram. It's not that you have to draw so many hosts. You can put around 3 to 4 hosts and you can draw them. These are all So we have seen the various topologies in the previous class what we have discussed. Point to point and point to multi-point. What is that? Types of connection. So we have seen types of connection. Now we have seen the physical topologies. Now next is what? Okay, we'll see the next one. Okay, we will complete it. So these are see, just to summarize with you, these are the things we have seen: star, mesh, bus, and ring topology. So this table speaks about the entire thing. So you can see that it is point to point. Star and mesh is point to point. This is bus is point to multi-point, and ring is point to point connection. Then what else you can see? Advantages: it is cheap, easy to install, and all those things we have seen. Disadvantage for star topology is single point of failure, traffic visibility, and network. So all those things are disadvantages. This is in case of mesh topology, what are the advantages we have seen mesh topology? What is the advantage? So it has traffic, privacy, security, and all those things is good in case of this is the advantage for that, but it is very costly and complex. That is one of the disadvantage. What about the bus? It is easy to install and it is cheap. That is the advantage for that, and disadvantage is length of the backbone cable is limited, number of hosts is limited. All those things are disadvantages. What about the ring topology? You can say that it is ease of installation and cheap, and it is easy to fault identifications and all other advantages. Prone to single point failure, that is the disadvantage. So this table is very important. It explains to everything. It's easy to understand. This already we have done. These things are very easy. You just So these are the different network topology comprising of. Still we have some more topologies like tree, hybrid, and all those things. Still you can just go through those. Why I'm asking you to write this network related. So it's that. Okay, fine. We'll continue that further. Okay, what is the next one is network reliability. So what are the network reliability? You can say that personal area network, local area network, then wide area network and metropolitan area network. So we call it as PAN, LAN, WAN, and MAN. So it is very easy for us to know about it. So these are the network reliability. So the network basically rely on either personal area network or local area network, wide area network, and metropolitan area network. So we call it as in brief WAN, LAN, WAN and WAN. Okay. So it's quite common. So this we will be studying in detail. So first we will be studying about personal area network. So this was the third one. So you can just write in bracket PAN, LAN, WAN and MAN. Have you heard about it? Yes, sir. All biology is this. Okay, let us see what is personal area networks. Anybody can say what is personal area network? PAN? Yeah, yeah. So which is very means we are transferring the information very close to us. We are not yeah, around 10 to maybe 100 feet maximum. We are not going beyond a certain limit, isn't it? So we will see those things in detail. Okay, what are those? We'll see that. First one is personal area network. So mostly restricted to individual users. For example, we are not. It is restricted for individual. For if I am doing it, it is for my purpose. I can do very close transmission of data. That is what it takes place. Example for PAN is wireless headphone. You can see wireless speaker, laptops, smartphones, keyboards, mouse, wireless mouse, and printer. Whichever you are using in your home which is closely associated with you, those things are the examples of personal area network. So like your headphone, mouse, wireless keyboard, all those things, speakers and all those things are example for personal area network. So personal area networks are wireless networks which will make use of low range and low power technologies such as Bluetooth. So how they are connected to the, for example, your wireless mouse or your headphone and all those things, how it is connected, etc. With the help of Bluetooth, which is quite common. Your daily basis you are doing it, right? So you are connecting your either with a laptop or you are connecting with a mobile phone. All these things you are using personal area network. So it is very personal to you. So the name personal area network. So it is easy for you to remember. Anything which is connected to you closely. Okay. So what is that? The reachability of pan lies in a range of few centimeters or few meters. As we have told, it can be maybe 10-meter radius or so. Beyond that, what will happen? You will not be, you will be using the connectivity. For example, you are taking a mouse and you are going big far. You cannot do the operations in the computer. So that is what. If you want, you can just take it out. It may be some 5 meter or 10 meter. You will use the connectivity. Even you might have observed that when you do the data transmission from one end to another, from phone to phone or anyhow, you can see that the more you move, you will not be getting the information. So this is called as personal area network. So the examples itself you will be clear with it. What are the devices associated with personal area network? So what is the next one? Yeah. So we are in personal area, we are bounded to the 5 meter or 10 meter radius. Next one is what? Local area network. So slightly you can expand your hand and slightly you can see that how many? 100 meters? Yeah. 100 meter, 100 or 200 meter space you can take it, isn't it? So what is that this personal area network is done? Next we will see the next one. You have completed it. Over. This is only your nodes, okay? This is only your nodes. That is also your nodes. Anything you can. Don't say that you want nodes and what further. One, this is your node, or that is your. Still you want nodes? So what is that? This is done. So let us see the next one. So next one is LAN. LAN is local area network. What is the local area network? So what we can see, local area network is a connection of host linked to a single network through a wire or wireless connection. So you can see that you can say LAN connection. You can see that there are LAN cables and all those things. Correct. So what it is, you can see that it is connected locally. Can you get the information somewhere beyond? No. So that is what lands are restricted to buildings, organizations, or a campus like SEC is having land connection. So like that. So a few leased lands connected to the internet provide the web access to the whole organization. So you can say that the web access can be provided with the help of LAN connection for this entire organization. For example, FCC is having one LAN connection where you are all able to connect each other by at different points through the LAN connection. Okay. Then what you can say, the hosts are much more in number than the actual direction and the internet access within the organization. Then what it is there, data access. See, you do the data transfer to the LAN cables, you can make sure that you can have a better performance. And you can see that if the LAN ranges from 100 Mbps to 1000 Mbps, that is very important, and very high fault tolerance levels are also available here. The commonly used network components for LANs are server, you might have heard about server, hub, then routers, then switches, terminals, all these computers, all these are part of LAN connection. So it is like you are going to have a better data transmission compared to that of personal area network. So this is within a small area, that is you can say that maybe 100 meters or maybe 150 meters or so. Within that one building, or you can say one campus, all those things are controlled by LAN. So is that enough? No. So we want the next one. What is that? So you are not. It's not enough to concentrate in the personal area network. It's not enough to concentrate on the local area network. It's still beyond we need. So what is that? Still beyond we need is. So you can note down some points. See, the speed of operation is almost 100 Mbps to 1000 Mbps, and it is very high fault tolerance levels are there for that. These are some of the advantages for using LAN connection. See, if I give you Wi-Fi and if I give you LAN connection, which one you will use for data transmission? LAN, because of the high speed, and you can it is reliable. You can depend on that. So these are some of the components required for LAN servers, server hub routers, then switches, terminals, and computers. These are all combination of that. which constitute the LAN connection. This is the LAN cable. Okay. Nowadays it's all outdated. They are all Wi-Fi. So I had taken this snapper almost 5 years back. Okay, fine. Let us see the next one. What is the next one? Okay. We'll see man. So what you can see, metropolitan area network. Okay, we'll see metropolitan area network. What is that? Man. It lies that is between the LAN and WAN. And we didn't study. First, we'll study the. Okay, we'll study that. Anyhow, it's, what is metropolitan area network? So you can see that it will lies between the LAN and wide area network. Then you can see connects between various organizations like building within the given geographic city. And example is internet service providers supplying internet connectivity. And what is the WAN are costly. They may not be owned by individuals or single users. See, because you have to go for a wide area of network, it cannot be owned by a single person or not. And typically, networking devices and components in MAN are modems and cables. Then MANs are have moderate and fault tolerance level. So slightly extended version of what you can see that a lot of coverage you can have in the case of metropolitan area network, where you are associated with internet service providers. You call it as ISP. See here you will be using all abbreviations and all. You need to know that. So we will discuss this MAN and LAN in the next class. But you get this complete. I will not waste time for next class for writing this. Have a small discussion. Okay, we will wind up with this today. We'll stop it for today. We'll discuss further.